This is your Weather Extreme video for Saturday, December the 17th. Wow, Christmas just a week away, but we've got a lot of weather to look at. Before we get to the current weather, I wanted to show the temperature trace from my weather station in Helena. What's interesting is, of course, that it is not conforming to any kind of typical sine wave pattern. As you can see, during the morning yesterday from about 7 a.m. to just a little after noon, the temperature increased fairly dramatically from 30 degrees to about 50 degrees, and then it was a gentle slope upward all through the afternoon and into the evening and into the overnight hours. So that this morning we're sitting around 55, 56 degrees, so very warm across central Alabama. Satellite image shows that we have a lot of clouds as we have a good deal of moisture in the atmosphere. However, even with that moisture, the atmosphere is still a bit dry. We'll show the sounding in just a minute. The surface map features a very complex storm system with a double-barreled low, one over about Illinois and one over near the Four Corners area. And that is creating a lot of mess. We'll get to the watch warning map in just a second. In the upper atmosphere, we have a trough over the Four Corners area that is beginning to kick out. That will kick out across the Ohio River Valley later today and Sunday. Temperatures across the north-central United States are extremely cold, with readings on the order of minus 11 to minus 20 up there. And, of course, that is bringing another round of winter weather to the area across the northern tier of the United States. Across the southeastern U.S., we're very mild this morning. Look at that, 66 at Mobile and 60 at Tuscaloosa at the time I was taking this snapshot. Radar showing that we do have a few patches of some very light rain, and I think most of that is not reaching the ground. The reason for that is the sounding, and you can see from the sounding that when you get up to about just above 800 millibars, that the sounding dries out quite a bit. So we're going to have to moisten that up a bit before we can have that reach the ground. And on the watch warning map, oh wow, I can't detail all of it, but all the purple and pinkish, reddish pink that you see are basically all winter weather advisories and winter weather warnings extending from the Texas Panhandle all the way across the Great Lakes into New England. So it's a real mess. The kind of browns and gold values over the southwestern United States and into Texas, those are all wind advisories. And of course, we're still dealing with the drought across the area, and that looks like we're going to put a little bit of a dent in that. The Storm Prediction Center outlooking a slight risk, the standard slight risk over a good portion of Mississippi, western Tennessee, eastern Arkansas, and the northeastern part of Louisiana. That does catch the northwestern corner of the state of Alabama for day one. Day two, there is no slight risk area, just thunderstorms over the southeastern U.S. And on day three, the storms are over Florida. Looking at day one, you can see that it includes places like not quite to Decatur, Florence, Muscle Shoals, Hamilton, and locations like that, catching a little bit of Lamar, Marion, a little bit of Winston County, as well as the northwest quadrant of the state of Alabama. All right, let's get to the 06Z GFS model run this morning, and there's our map. And at midday today, noon, and we can see that we're going to have some showers over the area. So once again, we're going to wait for things to get moisten so that the rain can start reaching the ground. Now, tonight, we're going to take some intermediate times here. There is around midnight, and the GFS suggesting that Cape values will be fairly substantial, with values on the order of generally about 300 to 800 or so, a little bit higher over in Mississippi initially. Looking at a sounding also around midnight, and it does show that we have reasonably good capes, not real high, but certainly substantial capes, enough that we can support that. And the photographs also suggesting the possibility turning of the wind such that we could support some isolated tornadoes. Now, by Sunday at midday, the trough is moved off. The main energy is moved off up into New England, and we can see that the weather system is moving through us on Sunday. It looks like Sunday's going to be one of those transition days where things are just going to be going downhill. Temperatures are going to be falling. And in addition to that, of course, we have the possibility of additional severe weather, but the Cape values are down substantially. And in addition to that, the shear values are also now out of phase with the Cape values, so it looks like things will be certainly dying off the day Sunday. But we also have the prospects of some winter weather, and I think the GFS has got a pretty good handle on it here, where the moisture is leaving and the cold air is arriving, so that the primary threat is going to be that of freezing rain, and that's going to be along and over the Tennessee River Valley primarily, and I think it's going to be mostly to surfaces that are exposed, like cars, mailboxes, metal surfaces like that. I don't think the ground is that cold that we're going to have any serious travel issues supported by that. And before I forget about it, getting the maps out of phase here, rainfall with this system, and this is the 5-day outlook, but it looks like this system's going to be on the order of probably about 1 to 2 inches across the state of Alabama, and then the next system gives us another potential for 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. That system coming on Thursday. All right, getting back to the GFS, and we see on Monday that it's almost weak ridging over the southeastern U.S., and the front has moved down into Florida, and we're coming under the high pressure over the Ohio River Valley as that settles into our area. So Monday and Tuesday are going to be days that are going to be kind of quiet, may not be completely sunny. And then on Wednesday, we see another system beginning to take shape off to our northwest. And that one beginning to bring moisture back into the area as the high moves off to the east. And as it does, that upper level system strengthens as it comes across the Mississippi River Valley on Thursday. So I think Thursday is going to be our next shot at some showers and storms. Unfortunately, there's model differences out here that make for a bit of low confidence in the forecast. We can see that the GFS is very bullish on the rain, and I'm all for that because I'm very bullish on the rain myself in hopes that we can put a bigger dent in the drought. But the European, on the other hand, is not quite as bullish. It's off on timing just a little bit. These are both at 18Z on the 22nd of December. And you can see that the European is further to the southeast, not producing as much rain over Alabama, and just not producing nearly as much rain as the GFS did. So we'll be watching the development of that, but we've got to get through the first system first. That system moves on quickly on Friday, so Friday is another quiet day as we come under high pressure once again, and temperatures drop off as we continue to have this steady parade of weather systems. And in light of the idea of a parade, yep, here comes another one dropping into the Four Corners in southwestern United States on Saturday. That is pumping things up for some warmer weather across the southeastern United States, but we are also returning good Gulf moisture over into East Texas and eastern Oklahoma and Arkansas and Louisiana. So we are shaping up for another system, but we're getting out into voodoo country. Speaking of voodoo country, this system goes very strong. As you can see, a really big closed low over western Oklahoma here around the 26th of December. So right now it looks like we could be sort of wet for the 25th and 26th of December. Plus, as this comes across, we could see another round of severe weather. That system moves by on the 27th, so it looks like in the 26th, 27th time frame we could see severe weather. That system moves out, but by the 29th, we're dealing with another system coming across the Mississippi River Valley. And then, as if that's not enough, boom! The 1st of January 2017, we have another system shaping up to our northwest, and that one would bring us another period of potentially wet weather around the 1st, 2nd of January. So no rest in the weather office. Well, with the rather fluid weather situation we have and the risk for severe weather, be sure to stay tuned to the blog for notes on Alabama's weather. And I'm expecting to post the next Weather Xtreme video here tomorrow morning, but we'll have to see what the severe weather tonight dictates in the way of coverage. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Have a great day. Stay weather-wise. Make sure you have a way to get weather warnings. And Godspeed.